friends. In the previous video, we have started with SA 220, that is quality control for an audit of financial statements. So far, we have discussed about some regarding the objective and some important definitions in SA 220 and regarding some requirements for an auditor for conduct of an audit of financial statements during regarding quality control. In this video, we are going to explain or discuss few more concepts. In that first one, that is acceptance and continuance of client relationships and audit engagement. Generally, so when the client comes to you and to appoint you as an auditor of his firm, will you accept that proposal just like, or you will inquire about the client from all possible sources generally? So you will inquire. So should the process continue? Whether you will accept the proposal or just like, depends, right? Should this process continue even after completion of audit every year? So everything comes under here, that acceptance and continuance of client's relationship and audit engagement. So whether you will accept the client's proposal or not, everything depends upon here. Generally, the auditor should question himself to what, whether there is any threats to continue the audit, means is there any problems for you as an auditor if you continue this audit, everything you have to check it, means you should question yourself. So under this you have to, auditor should understand first the integrity of the principal owner, key management, and those who charge with governance of the entity. And the next one, whether the engagement team is competent to perform the audit engagement and has the necessary capabilities, including time and resources. And third one, whether the firm and engagement team can comply with relevant ethical requirements. And the fourth one, significant matters that have arisen during the current or previous audit engagement and their implications for continuing the relationships. Generally, first one, let us discuss a brief detail about this. First one, that is regarding integrity of the principal owner, key management, and those charged with governance of the entity. Here, as we discussed before, integrity is nothing but honesty. So before going to the audit, the auditor should know about the integrity of the principal owner. Okay, principal owner or key management, whoever we are going to deal with. Okay, we need to know about the integrity and everything regarding that. And second one, management whether the engagement team is competent to perform the audit engagement. For example, you are an auditor of you have a firm which consists of around 2 articles, and you have a team of around 5 members, and a big company like Reliance come to you, one of management of the Reliance comes to your office and ask you to approach you to appoint you as auditor. So will your 5 people is capable to the audit, to do the audit of a big companies like Reliance? So you need to question yourself whether you're capable to perform that audit engagement, whether do you have that capability, whether you have resources like whether you have capable team and resources. Means Reliance is a big company, you have to deal with lot of transactions, you have to do lot of work, whether these 5 people are capable of doing that work, whether you're, so you should question yourself. And next one, whether the firm and the engagement team can comply with relevant ethical requirements. As we discussed before, some relevant ethical requirement for an auditor for conducting of audit of financial statement. So you should see whether the firm and the engagement are complying with that ethical requirements or not. And last one, significant matters that have risen during the current or previous audit engagement and their implications for continuing the relationships. So any significant matters or important judgment that have arisen, whether during the current audit or the previous audit. So whatever that regarding audit engagement, is there any implications? Okay, is there any implication or problems that are arising because of that significant matters? Okay, so whether we need to continue that relationship as an auditor or not, we need to withdraw, as everything depends upon the significant matter. So these are the points that we need to keep in mind, whether to accept regarding acceptance and contents of client's relationship and audit engagement. And the next topic is nothing but assignment of engagement team. Generally, assignment of engagement team. Here engagement, who is responsible for that? Generally engagement partner. So engagement partner shall form a team, okay, with great competence and capabilities. To what? To achieve the objective of ensuring compliance, ensuring qualitative work, and issuing appropriate report. As we discussed before, the objective of SA 220 is to compliance with the professional standards and issue a appropriate audit report. Here, assignment of engagement team. Why will assign engagement to perform the audit engagement in accordance with professional standards and regulatory and legal requirements, and enables an auditor report that is appropriate in the circumstances to be issued. Same. What is the objective? For that objective, will assign the engagement team. Okay, that is already we have discussed this topic in the objectives in the previous video. And next one, engagement performance. The following are very crucial to ensure qualitative work. So for qualitative work, these are very essentials. First one is direction, second one is supervision and performance, third one review, and fourth one consultation. As per the standard, the main objective is we need to maintain qualitative work. How you will get qualitative? Basically, these are important elements regarding that. First, we'll discuss the brief about these four elements. First one, direction. Generally, direction is nothing but on whose direction will our engagement team will perform. Generally, engagement partner shall take a responsible for direction of the audit work. So for regarding audit work, who will responsible for that? Engagement partner will responsible for that, for the audit work. In any team, partner should ensure, who engagement partner, that whether the team members understand the nature of entity business, means what kind of the business that entity is doing, and next, what are the risks that are involved in the audit, and third one, the objective of work to be performed, what are the objectives that you need to perform. Before going to the audit, you should know what you have to do. And next one, detailed approach of performance, like steps to be performed with objective. So partner should not allow the team member to start the work before with understanding the above. So before going to the audit, the team members should understand these all the above four items, means regarding the natures, regarding the risk, and regarding the objectives, and the detailed approach that you need to perform with the objective. Everything you have to understand before going to the audit itself. And the next element is supervision and performance. Supervision. Generally, supervision means supervise. Who will supervise? The engagement partner shall take responsible for supervision and performance of team members. Generally, supervision is nothing but tracking the progress. Means we need to, as engagement partner needs to track the progress of work of the engagement team. Means how much work did the members completed regarding the audit, and how much work still pending, is efficient. Means this includes, the supervision includes inquiry and observing whether the team has a sufficient time to complete the work, and have they understood the instructions, are they facing any problems while performing the audit work. Everything you have to supervise as a engagement partner. And you need to inquire about the significant findings. If you, as a team member, did they find any significant findings regarding the audit work while performing the audit, everything, and resolve the differences of professional judgment, and consider the level of consultation as appropriate. So as an auditor, you need to resolve the differences between professional judgment and consider the level of consultation as appropriate. This is regarding supervision. So who will ultimately responsible for this? Engagement partner. And the next one is reviews. Engagement partner shall take responsibility for reviews of work performed by the team members. So whatever the work performed by the team members, who will review that work? Engagement partner will review that work. Okay, it should be performed as per the firm's review policies and procedures. So review should be done as per the firm policies and procedures. Review includes, means review, what all points comes under reviews. First one, work has been performed as per the audit program. So you need to do the work as per the audit program. Audit including compliance of professional standards and laws and regulations, means you need to do the work as per the laws and regulations. Next, has been adequately documented. Whatever the work that you perform should be adequately documented. Next one, appropriate consultation has taken place to conclude matters and the same has been documented. So whatever regarding the work, if you have taken any appropriate consultation regarding conclude the matters, everything should be documented. And next one, any need for revision in nature, timing and extent of audit procedures. So as an auditor, we need any further revision in nature or timing or extent of any additional audit procedure that we need to perform, everything we need to review. Next one, all the significant matters have been resolved and are reflected in the audit conclusion. So whatever the significant matters regarding to the audit, everything should be reflected in the audit report. And that is regarding in the audit conclusions. And now, next one, objectives of audit procedures have been achieved. So why we are doing audit? We need to get our objective. We need to fulfill our objective. Whether we have performed that objective or not, we need to review. And last one, conclusion drawn consistent with the work performed. So whatever the conclusion that we drawn from that are consistent with the work performed. This is regarding the reviews. And the next one is regarding the last element, that is regarding consultation. Okay, generally who will consult? The engagement partner shall take responsibility for the engagement team undertaking appropriate consultation on difficult matters. So on difficult matters you need to take consult of whom, whether you need to take consult of engagement partner or any other experts, and you need to satisfy that the members of the engagement team have undertaken appropriate consultation during the course of audit engagement. So here with whom you need to take appropriate, whether within the engagement team. If so for example, as an engagement team member, if I have any doubt, I can ask the other engagement person, means within the team I can ask anyone, or between the engagement team or others I can ask an auditor or any expert who have more experience regarding that work. Okay, and we need to satisfy that the nature and scope and consultation resulting from such consultation are agreed with the party consultant. So whatever that we done, whatever the work we have done, that is consulted with the agreed party. And the last one, determine that consultants conclusions result determine that the conclusion resulting from such consultations have been implemented. So whatever the conclusion that we got from the consultation, everything has been implemented. So these are the points that are regarding to consultation. Who is responsible? Ultimately here also engagement partner is responsible for such consultation. Okay, until now we have discussed in this video regarding the acceptance and continuance of client's relationship and assignment of engagement team, and next one regarding engagement performance. Under engagement performance, 4 elements we have discussed in this video. That is, one is direction, means what is the responsibilities of engagement partner? He should direct. And the first one is direction, next one supervision and performance, and third one reviews, and fourth one consultation. Okay, if you have any queries regarding this video, please mention in the comment box, and please like the video while watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates. So we are going to discuss the last some more concepts regarding SA 220 in the next video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.